Hi guys, this is Srinivas Rajnikant. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my tutorial. In this video, I am going to show you Tosca TDS2 certification questions and answers. Okay, let's jump into the video.
TDS2 Tosca certification questions and answers. Question 1. What test step value will the existing alias name take if you did not specify an alias name in the earlier test step? Options are the value of the record, the value of the status, the value of the existing TDS type, none of the above. And the answer is 3. The value of the existing TDS type. Question 2. Which of the following types of repositories does Tricentis test data service support? Select all those that apply. Options are Oracle DB, SQL Server, SQLite, in-memory. And the answer is 3-4. SQLite, in-memory. Question 3. When would it be necessary to use alias name? Options are when you have different types of records, which perform different functions in the SUT. When you have different types of users with different statuses that require differentiation in the SUT. All of the above. When you have different types of users in a bank transaction, such as a sender or a recipient. And the answer is 3. All of the above. Question 4. When the URL http localhost 81 test data object viewer is entered into your web browser, what elements are visible on the page? Select all those that apply. Options are the test data records, the dialog box for create repository containing the fields name, type, location, description, the test data repositories, the test data management page. And the answer is 1 for the test data records, the test data management page. Question 5. Why is it important that a test record becomes locked and working in a distributed environment? Options are to prevent any other person amending the test record, to prevent test records from getting mixed up in different repositories before the test is run. All of the above. For better test management and efficient tracking of the test records. And the answer is 3. All of the above. Question 6. Once all the data is consumed when testing the end-to-end process of the SUT, what should be done to that data to indicate the changes made in a distributed environment? Options are move the test records to another TDS type and rename it to used. Change the status of the test records from new to active. Delete the entire contents of the TDS repository. All of the above. And the answer is 1. Move the test records to another TDS type and rename it to used. Question 7. Why is it important to move test records to another TDS type when working in a distributed environment? Options are to ensure that data is stateful, to make sure that there are no discrepancies in the data. All of the above. To make sure the test records are managed and tracked in a more efficient manner. And the answer is 4. To make sure the test records are managed and tracked in a more efficient manner. Question 8. If you do not assign an alias name to a test record in Tosca, which value will Tosca automatically use when searching for that record? Options are existing or new TDS type, test data task, existing TDS type, existing alias name. Answer is 3. Existing TDS type. Question 9. What additional functionalities does the test data expert module provide that standalone TDS standard modules do not? Options are delete all, read only, create, find. And the answer is 1-3. Delete all. Create. Question 10. You have a situation where there are different test cases which later need to be executed, and therefore require different values for its corresponding TDS configurations. Where would you drag and drop those configuration parameters in Tosca? Select all those that apply. Options are Component folder, Test case root folder, Execution list folder, Test case folder. Answer is 3-4 Execution list folder Test case folder. Question 11. When will a test record become unlocked when using the test data expert module? Options are after all the test step values have been filled, after the record is retrieved from the depository, after the test has been executed, after the user unlocks the record in the properties pane. Answer is 4 after the user unlocks the record in the properties pane. Question 12. In the customer order process covered in this course, once the customer purchases items in the demo web shop, what updates in the data are displayed in the TDS repository? Options are the order status will be set to processing. The status of the customer changes from new to active. The number of items will be displayed and the order status will be set to processing. The order number will be created and the order status will be set to pending. And the answer is 4, the order number will be created and the order status will be set to pending. Question 13. What does the function do? Options are it retrieves data from the repository and updates that data accordingly. All of the above. It reads the data record from the repository. It retrieves the data from the repository and uses that data in the test case. And the answer is 4, it retrieves the data from the repository and uses that data in the test case. Question 14. It is mandatory to configure the test data service on port number 81 on Tosca server? Options are true, false. And the answer is 2 false. Question 15. When deleting a test record with the status cancelled, which test step values must we specify when using the test data expert module? Options are TDS type, alias name. TDS type, alias name, test data task and order status with the status value cancelled. None of the above. TDS type, alias name, test data task. There is 2 TDS type, alias name, test data task and order status with the status value cancelled. Question 16. Under what circumstance would we use the test data expert module as opposed to the separate standard TDS modules for testing in Tosca? Options are when you want to delete certain records which is not available as a standalone TDS standard module. When we want to keep a certain test record unlocked using the read-only function. All of the above. To produce test cases in Tosca with clearly defined test steps. And the answer is 1 when you want to delete certain records which is not available as a standalone TDS standard module. Question 17. Select which of the following statements are true in the case of test data service. Options are you must download the same version of Tosca server as the version of the Tosca commander that you are using. A repository stores all of your test records in a table-like structure. When creating a new repository, you must define the name, type and location. Throughout the Install Shield Wizard installation process, all features must be selected in the Tricentis Tosca feature configuration. And the answer is 1, 2, 3. You must download the same version of Tosca server as the version of the Tosca commander that you are using. A repository stores all of your test records in a table-like structure. When creating a new repository, you must define the name, type and location. Question 18. Under which circumstances would you use the read-only feature? Options are when you want to work in a distributed environment, but you don't want to lock the records. When testers want to use the same test record for their test cases and execute them at the same time. All of the above. When you want to read the test data information without making any modification to it. And the answer is 4 when you want to read the test data information without making any modification to it. Question 19. Which test step value in the test data expert module must be specified in order to perform different functions on the test data? Options are existing or new TDS type, test data task, existing alias name, existing TDS type. And the answer is 2 test data task. Question 20. If the attribute was Visa and the repository type was mode of purchase, what would be the correct expression? Options are. And the answer is. Question 21. Where do you change the repetition value to generate an X number of records in Tosca? Select all those that apply. Options are. Navigate to the relevant test case, go to the Properties pane, change the restitution value. Navigate to the relevant execution entry, go to the Properties pane, change the repetition value. Navigate to the execution list folder, go to the Properties pane, change the repetition value. Go to the context menu, click on Modify, click on Repetitions from the drop-down menu, write in the number and check Modify All. And the answer is 2-4. Navigate to the relevant execution entry, go to the Properties pane, change the repetition value. Go to the context menu, click on Modify, click on Repetitions from the drop-down menu, write in the number and check Modify All. Question 22. What is the default state for the TDS records created in the TDS type? Options are. Locked. All of the above. Depends on how it was set up when working in a distributed environment. Unlocked. And the answer is 4 unlocked. Question 23. What steps need to be taken to update the status of a test record? Options are. First, retrieve the relevant test record from the TDS repository, and then perform an update on it. None of the above. First, find the relevant test record and then, change the test step value test data task. Create a test step that uses the TDS standard module, test data, update record. And the answer is 4. Create a test step that uses the TDS standard module, test data, update record. Question 24. If we want a test case to be executed multiple times, on which level would you change the repetitions value? Options are. Test case level. Execution entry. All of the above. Execution list root folder. And the answer is 2 execution entry. Question 25. From the statements below, identify the valid ways to scan a PDF area as a table in Tosca. Options are. Select Table from the Scan option in the ribbon and highlight the area. Redraw an image, scan over the table area. Select Text from the Scan options in the ribbon and scan the table. OCR will recognize the table and adjust the columns. Select Text from the Scan options in the ribbon and scan the table. Right-click on the scanned R and change the scan type from Text to Table. And the answer is 234. Redraw an image, scan over the table area. Select Text from the Scan options in the ribbon and scan the table. OCR will recognize the table and adjust the columns. Select Text from the Scan options in the ribbon and scan the table. Right-click on the scanned R and change the scan type from Text to Table. Question 26. How many controls can use the same anchor in Tosca using PDF scan? Options are. Each anchor can only be used by one control. An anchor can be used by unlimited number of controls. An anchor can only be used by image controls. An anchor can be used by 3 controls. And the answer is 1. Each anchor can only be used by one control. Question 27. Which of the following are viable options for closing a pop-up window in Tosca? Options are. Tbox send keys. Tbox close browser. Tbox dialog. Custom controls. And the answer is 1, 2. tbox send keys tbox close browser. Question 28. What actions can be performed using the tbox clear Excel range module in Tosca? Options are: clear the content of the defined range, clear the notes and comments of the defined range, clear the format of the defined range, all of the above. And the answer is 4, all of the above. Question 29. How to disable self-healing only for a specific test case inside a folder, when the self-healing property is applied to the entire folder? Options are: update the self-healing TCP value to self-healing TCP value to false. Update the self-healing TCP value to combination. Delete the self-healing TCP. And the answer is 2, update the self-healing TCP value to false. Question 30. Identify the correct option to verify text inside an image-based control. Options are: OCR == true, visible == OCR text, OCR text == order number 52302, order number -OCR text. And the answer is 3, OCR text == order number 52302. Question 31. A Tosca user wants to compare 2 Excel files using Tosca. How can this be achieved? Options are: by using tbox file compare standard module, by using Excel UI engine, by using tbox Excel 1:1 file compare standard module, by converting both Excel to PDF and compare both the PDFs. And the answer is 3, by using tbox Excel 1:1 file compare standard module. Question 32. The Excel UI engine in Tosca. Options are: steer Excel workbooks in background without opening them, scan and steer the Excel worksheets, embedded controls and dialogues as a UI, steer the Excel workbooks using the Excel standard modules, compare the UI of 2 Excel workbooks. And the answer is 2. Scan and steer the Excel worksheets, embedded controls and dialogues as a UI. Question 33. From the options below, select the step used when replying to a specific email using the Tosca mail modules. Options are: use reply mail standard module, save the received email using save mail attribute and then use the mail to reply attribute of send mail standard module, use receive mail expert module, use reply to attribute in receive simple module. And the answer is 2, save the received email using save mail attribute and then use the mail to reply attribute module. Question 34. What are the operations that you can perform using the reply to module attribute in Tosca? Options are: reply, reply all, reply and reply all, none of the above. And the answer is 3. Reply and reply all. Question 35. Identify the prerequisite for sending or receiving emails using Tosca. Options are: connect to Exchange server and connect to mail server, connect to Exchange server or connect to mail server, connect to HTTPS server, log into the respective mailbox. And the answer is 2, connect to Exchange server or connect to mail server. Question 36. How can you bold the email body's text when sending out an email using mail engine modules of Tosca? Options are: by using the bold HTML tag, by using Ctrl+B while typing the body in Tosca, by using a buffer to pass the body text. It is not possible to bold the body content. And the answer is 4, it is not possible to bold the body content. Question 37. The select document language in the ribbon options for OCR in Tosca will. Options are: translate the file and highlighted controls in the selected language, change the scan interface language to the one selected, Use the language selected for optical character recognition. Create separate modules, one per each language selected, so it can be tested on different language interfaces. And the answer is 3. Use the language selected for optical character recognition. Question 38. The search criteria module attribute of receive mail expert module in Tosca allows. Options are: searching the mailbox and filtering the received emails on the basis of a singular criterion, that is, from address only. Searching the mailbox and filtering the received emails on the basis of multiple criteria such as, from address and from name. Searching the mailbox and filtering the received emails on the basis of multiple criteria such as, from address, from name, and subject. Searching the mailbox and filtering the received emails on the basis of multiple criteria such as, from address, from name, subject, to, CC, body, etc. And answer is 4. Searching the mailbox and filtering the received emails on the basis of multiple criteria such as, from address, from name, subject, to, CC, body, etc. Question 39. Which of the following is true regarding excluding pages for PDF compare in Tosca? Options are: you can only exclude one page at a time. You can only compare the whole PDF against the reference PDF. You can set the accuracy, and if done correctly, it will exclude pages. You can write the page numbers that you want excluded into the excluded pages test step value. And the answer is 4. You can write the page numbers that you want excluded into the excluded pages test step value.
Question 40. What are the different ways you can steer Excel workbooks in Tosca? Okay, and the answer is 1 and 2. Using Xscan, using Excel engine standard modules. Okay, question number 41. Identify the uses of custom controls in Tosca. Okay, and the answer is 1 and 4. Okay, custom controls can be created to modify the Tosca UI to make it easier to use. And the last one, custom controls to enable Tosca to steer controls which cannot steer out of the box. Okay, question number 42. What needs to be done if the execution machines have different resolutions when using image-based automation for few test steps in Tosca? And the answer is 3. Okay, try to get all machines set up with the same resolution. And the question number 43. What can you do in the self-healing properties tab of the module in Tosca? Okay, and the answer is 1 and 2. Add new property, edit existing property. Okay, question number 44. Recognize which of the following statement is true about optical character recognition. Answer is 2. OCR allows graphical characters or images for text. This is the answer. And the 45, question number 45. What are the 3 scanning options in PDF scan in Tosca? And the answer is 1. Scanning text, image and tables. Question number 46. From the options below, identify the result of the change in scan type in Tosca. So this is the question, and the answer is 4. Nothing will happen at the scan, automatically adjust. Okay, and the question number 47. Which of the following statements are true? And the answer is 1 and 2. Okay, wait on action mode. This is first answer, and the second answer is option 2. Wait on is a dynamic wait time. Okay. The question number 48. Identify the accurate procedure when anchoring controls in the PDF scan. Okay, and the answer is scan the target control, rename. Okay, first option. And the question 49. A Tosca user is using UIA in T-box automation of an application, blah blah blah. Okay, and the answer is the settings. This is the option. Okay, option is 1. And the question number 50, what does the T-box Excel one-on-one file compare standard module in Tosca do? And the answer is 4. Okay, perform cell-to-cell comparison of the sheet defined in the two Excel workbooks. Okay, and the last question, okay, and the last question is 51. To verify special properties of Excel cells, use standard modules in Tosca. And these are the options, and the answer is 3. Okay, T-box Excel range manipulation. That's all about TDS2 Tosca certification questions and answers. That's all guys, that's all about this video. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe my channel.